should I do my book section?
Just do book section, and we'll go into news and
Yes.
questions. There we go.
Talk about the
Book
talk about the book I'm
section.
reading.
Book section. All right.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh.
Aaron doesn't read, so he's not in this section.
I don't read,
Oh,
Josh.
yeah,
I'm
but-
not illiterate.
Why is it section if Aaron doesn't read much?
It's Josh's book section.
Okay.
Well, I talk
I've
about
been
the
reading
book
a
I'm
bit
reading.
recently, so.
Yeah, I'm reading Terry Pratchett's Hogfather.
Oh yeah, I used to work in a bookshop, so I know
Yeah.
a lot of books by type.
It's a weird choice because it's a Christmas book. But it's very good so far. I'm only 60 pages through. But Terry Pratchett is my favorite author, so it would make sense why I love it.
Yeah,
He's
no, it's
very-
good. I've read the opening of Guards, and that was so much.
It's very good. He's so witty, and his characters are so funny,
Yeah,
and expressive, and very animated when you read it. And I really like it. I would recommend Hogfather to anybody listening, watching.
yeah. The thing with Terry Pratchett is that he had so many books that whenever we brought
I
them
know.
up, okay, do we bring them all?
I've got my book section here, and I've got 2 shelves just full of Terry Pratchett books.
Dang, I should have. I mean, if we had a proper background instead of just
Yeah.
my living room, you'd be able to see all my books. But
Yeah.
the book I've been reading recently, or rather, I discovered. Well, I have audiobooks because with some books like the Song of Ice and Fire series, which Game of Thrones is adapted from,
Yeah.
I have that on audiobook because one, they're so long, and two, I would listen to it whenever I travelled. But I've realised I got through a lot through audiobook, and I've always struggled to read paperback. I think it's just because of like attention dividing or something.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd give it a go because I have an Audible subscription. So, and I've really struggled with 1984. It was pretty tough to read the first 3 chapters, but I'm really enjoying it now that I actually like. Aaron,
Continue. It's
Right.
fine.
keep going.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, but when I had it in paperback, and I used to read it whenever I went on the bus, and also in like the mornings.
Yeah.
I managed to get maybe 15 to 20% of the way in, but I was really struggling, and in the end, I just wasn't enjoying it, so I switched to a different book. But with the audiobook, in one night, I managed to get further. Than I ever did with the paperback. I listened to 25% of it in one night.
That's cool.
So
I think I should try doing that because for like the past year I've not been able to fully read a book, and it's really annoying me. And I'm not sure why. I've just lost the attention span to sit down and read a book. So all the books I talk about on the section, I get like maybe a quarter of the way through, and then I just give up for no reason.
I think audiobooks might be my way into reading books.
I think you definitely should get a free Audible, because Audible has not sponsored by Audible, but I love Audible. Yeah, you can get the free one, and then if you cancel, you can still keep the book. But I kept on going, and just get a book that you like the look of, and I'd recommend the Star Wars. I very much recommend Star Wars books.
I lie. I have read. I've read. My dad has all the. This is before quarantine because I can't actually go over to see him. But that sounded depressing.
Yell or go. I haven't read that yet. So.
I've been reading all of the Legends books because he got the
I read
original.
Legends books.
Basically, because he's a massive fan of Star Wars, he got all the old books like straight after the films came out. So like it's basically like the alternate
it's
sequel
non-canon
trilogy.
now, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's really interesting.
Before the canon got reset by Disney.
Yeah, but he's got them. I think he's got them all from the beginning. So I've been starting reading from them. But yeah.
Have you read the Thrawn trilogy?
I think I'm on that. I think.
Because the Thrawn trilogy, I've heard. I mean, I haven't read it, but Grand Admiral Thrawn. I mean, he's in canon now, but Grand
He's
Admiral
in Rebels,
Thrawn,
isn't he? Yeah.
Such a great character, and
Yeah.
apparently in the books, in the Thrawn trilogy, he is amazing. Like he's post Empire. He's post after the Empire has fallen, and in something that Legends has done a lot better than canon. After the Emperor died.
I'm just going. Hang on a second. keep on.
It's alright. Shall I carry on talking? Okay, he's gonna. Well, I'll. Oh, he's gonna grab the book.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, well, after it's set after the Emperor dies, and in Legends, instead of the war kind of ending there, all of the Imperial warlords, or like all of the generals and people who held power in regional areas, started to sort of declare their own power, and they had those civil wars.
That sounds realistic.
Yeah.
Because
Realistic.
when
it's
you
really
kill
cool,
when you kill the big bad, it doesn't just dissipate everything, does it?
well, I mean, there's the Aftermath trilogy, and in canon.
That's the
Oh
boy
yes,
that-
Timothy Zahn's. Yeah, I can see
Yeah, I'm
it.
reading these ones. I'm reading.
Timothy Zahn's. He writes the new ones as well.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
doesn't
so
he?
that one with the dude with the lightning.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, those books are really, really good. I mean, I haven't read them all, but I know the story of them because I've
1992. Wow.
But yeah, and one of the warlords, the biggest warlords, is Thrawn, and Grand Admiral Thrawn, and he manages to essentially rally with his tiny force, rally together lots of stuff, and nearly single-handedly bring the New Republic to its
Yeah,
feet.
they also did a recent book which was just Thrawn, and I think it was a kind of like a new adaptation of the original stories, but into canon.
Yeah, so that one, there's 3 Thrawn books. There's Thrawn. So there's the original one, Thrawn. There's Thrawn Allegiances, and Thrawn Treason. So Thrawn original one, I haven't read them, but I know like a general idea because I try to keep up with the canon.
Yeah.
That covers when he is at the Chiss Ascendancy and then discovers the Empire. He discovers the Republic first. And I think in the original Thrawn book, it's all about him like being in wild space. The second book, he helps Anakin, and he works with Anakin. And then that also, I think it changes time periods between him helping Anakin and him helping Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And he sort of tries, he slowly figures it out. But then at the end, like Vader does something really like mad, and then he says, "Yeah, no, it can't be the same person. He's too different." But yeah, so that's quite cool. And then the third one, I don't know if it's out yet, but Thrawn Treason, I don't know anything about, I'm afraid.
But yeah, I've been I really want to get into some of the Star Wars ones because they're really interesting, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the Audible ones, because I've got the audiobooks, and also this is recommendation to Josh as well. The Star Wars audiobooks, they are produced with full music and sound.
Oh,
they're not just narrated.
So it's a podcast, not a book.
Pretty much, and they have so the Aftermath trilogy is pretty good, but the ones that I recommend, I can't say which of these is better.
Are these on Audible?
Yes, I didn't listen to them on Audible. I bought them normally, but I think you can get them on Audible.
All right.
But the 2 that I would so highly recommend: number 1, Bloodlines. This is about Leia in the New Republic Parliament. You learn all about the political situation there and how the First Order is kind of growing in the background.
Okay.
And also it talks about the politics and Mon Mothma resigning, and it's very, very good, and how she's trying to run for Senate, but then her identity becomes a bit of an issue, and it's just such a fantastic book. And also it's produced with full music, and the ending made me really sad because it just hits you. And also it shows the founding of the Resistance, kind of.
So it gives a bit more backgrounds for sequel trilogy. Yeah. Okay.
And then the other one, which is probably the one I recommend the most, is the Phasma book. Phasma is my favorite sequel trilogy character. She is so amazing solely because of this book. Her character.
Is she the one who gets kicked by?
She's the one who in Force Awakens she gets thrown into the garbage chute, and then second one she gets a bit more time in Last Jedi.
So she's very literally done dirty in the movie.
Very, very. I've heard. I mean I haven't read it, but I've heard she's been.
She's
a new Boba Fett.
Twice. It's so good. But yeah, it's told from the point of view of a Resistance spy who has been captured, and I think her name is Zai Maradi or something. But she's a Resistance spy who's really witty and really clever, and she gets captured by Captain of the First Order, Captain Cardinal, and he has red armor like Phasma's, but it's red. And he's capturing her, but basically Captain Cardinal wants to get dirt on Phasma to tell his superiors, because Captain Cardinal really loves the First Order. He's not a tyrant. He was a child who was taken from a planet and he was saved, and he saves lots of children and raises them in a to work towards order in the galaxy. And she tells him Phasma's story, and it's just so amazing. It's all about this desert planet, and there's a planet which it's a desert planet and it's a wasteland. It's kind of a bit like Fallout, really. because it's a desert planet, but it used to be a really luscious mining planet,
Yeah.
and it's really interesting. Like, and the setup is a First Order ship. It, lands basically. It's shot down, and then Brendel Hux, who is the father of General of Armitage. So
Yeah.
Armitage Hux, I think. Okay, well, basically General Hux's father. I don't remember which one's Armitage and which one's Brendel, but he lands and then he finds the savages of the wasteland, and he says, "I am of the First Order. If you could take me to the other part of my ship, you can come with me." And Phasma is one of them, and it's so interesting going around this planet, and they see things like one of them. I mean, this is not really a spoiler because it doesn't matter to the story, but they go past a roller coaster, and Hux has to try to explain to them what a roller coaster is, and they just can't understand because they just see this massive metal skeleton out of the sand. And yeah, but anyway, highly,
Fun.
highly, highly recommend
Okay.
Phasma.
You've intrigued me, especially with the added music and stuff. So
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it's all the old music from the film, so you get nostalgia hits there, and when there are ships, you hear whoosh, you know.
I'll try that
It
out
was a
then.
terrible
Very
soundscape.
Star Wars heavy episode today,
Very Star Wars heavy,
and
and
as
Yes.
someone
Well, it's
who's
'cause I'm here.
not a huge fan,
And
it's kind of
I'm not-
overwhelming.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Josh. There is Star Wars news to talk about.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. But yeah.
Which Star Wars is this?
Well, I'll tell you that when we get to the news.
Ooh.
Are we gonna do music, or are we just gonna go to the questions?
We can just go to the questions. If I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the most I've ever been in book section.
Yeah, this is the longest one by far. It's usually like
Oh well,
3 minutes.
Damn, book section.
I'm
is
glad I
like...
can help.
Thank you, Piers.
I guess we could talk about the news then, because
Yep.
why not? I'm just gonna go into the Star Wars one just so we can get that out of the way for you, Josh.
So it's linked to the last bit we were at.
But yeah, it's more about the Mandalorian. Have you seen this Pierce, about the casting and the potential characters appearing in season 3?
Yeah, a lot of potential characters.
So it is
a lot of potential characters.
I'm unsure. I don't know if they're gonna put too much in or not.
Well, I feel like a lot of them aren't confirmed.
Yeah.
Or what? So you know, so you need to watch the. I'm pointing down because you're below me. You need to watch the first series of The Mandalorian.
That is you, Josh. That is you, Josh.
Oh, he's pointing at.
You're below for me, so it's the same. Whoa.
If anyone's listening to this on Spotify, they're just for reference. I have on the screen. I have them in Zoom, and I'm pointing down at Josh. who's
Josh,
below me.
why have you frozen?
Good answer.
Wi-Fi.
I'm glad he cleared that
There
up for
we
us.
go. But yeah, so the characters are.
What did I do? What did I say?
You just went there,
It
frozen
was
like
like a really
this.
robotic.
Yeah.
It's just.
I was actually talking.
I'm glad the internet connection's good.
I was actually talking. But yeah, so what was it? It was the guy who played all the clones is coming back as Boba Fett.
Yeah, well, we don't know as who yet. I think, but people are thinking Boba Fett because
A lot of people are saying Rex because apparently it's rumored that Ahsoka is going to be.
Yeah, well,
in an
Ahsoka, I think
episode
they've
or two.
officially cast. They've
Is it?
officially cast Ahsoka as something O'Dawson.
Oh,
Um,
Rosario Dawson, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is at least. So that's a thing. I think because that links to the whole Baby Yoda plot. I mean, Baby Yoda's not a spoiler at this point. It's such a massive meme.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
I think that's going to link to it. But if you think about the first series, they kind of had characters that they'd introduced just for one episode. So I think
It could
like, then
work.
maybe if Rex is in it, because he might be with Ahsoka now.
Because
I mean, he's going to be very old at this
a
point.
lot of the rumors are saying that it's going to be, apparently, this is only rumors, but Ahsoka, Rex, and Sabine from Rebels, and it's going to tie into a potential spin-off series with Ahsoka.
that's what we hear, and
Yeah.
I think it might work if they're together in an episode. You know,
I'm just happy as long as it's not shoehorned in. That's what I'm thinking.
we can hope. For anyone who doesn't know, the character Sabine was so there's Dave Filoni makes the Star Wars series, the Clone Wars series, and the Rebels series,
Which is basically like a sequel to the Clone Wars. in a way.
Yeah, so Clone
Yeah.
Wars is set in between episode 2 and 3,
Yep.
and Rebels is set in between episode 3 and 4, and it sort of ends close to the beginning of Rogue One.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they're all, it's made by the same person. There's lots of reoccurring characters, and because there's this spin-off, Dave Filoni helps with the Mandalorian a little bit, but we're thinking they're going to make another series which will be in between episode 6 and 7, maybe. So it would make sense for the characters.
There's a lot of time there that they can explore, which is
there
great.
is. But yeah, and also the other one is Bo-Katan, who is the voice actor who plays Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
As an actor,
She's actually going to play her, isn't she?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the one in Battlestar Galactica. But yeah, I think that'd be fantastic. It would fit with the role. It would fit with the story because Mandalorian.
Yeah.
They could even, maybe they even, I don't know, this is just an idea that's popped into my head now, but in the search for Ahsoka, Mando goes through Bo-Katan down to Sabine, who she knows, who goes to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
It's convoluted, but
I'm all for just like more of these characters, to be honest.
I trust Dave.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Josh,
do you trust Dave? Do you trust Dave?
You trust Dave, Josh?
I trust Dave.
You trust
Seems
Dave?
like a
I mean,
good
with a name
man.
like Dave, how could you not trust him?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's the Star Wars news out of the
That
way.
is the Star Wars news, I think. Let me just see what I note down. See if there's not any surprise. No, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, Disney Plus gonna do some more TV series. One of them being Percy Jackson.
Oh
What do we
yeah, I heard
think?
about that.
What are we
Hell
thinking?
yes.
I love the series.
I'm very excited.
I watched the films before I
you
read the
go.
books.
Same.
As a result, I enjoyed both
Oh, boy.
because I enjoyed the film, and then when I read the books, it's like, wow, the film was nothing like the books, but I can enjoy both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's-
no, I love the series.
And it's
I
gonna
hope
be. Is Rick Riordan working on it as well?
I hope so.
I think he's a producer or something.
He's definitely involved. He's involved
that's good
for
then.
sure. I think he might be show running it. I'm not sure,
Do
but I love the book.
Do you
so I'm
reckon
very
they're gonna
excited.
go? Do you reckon they're gonna do the same age, as in the books or the films, like for acting
could.
wise?
I hope they do. That would
I mean,
work
the whole
better
point is that
for
they're kids, basically.
if they want
Yeah.
to continue it. Yeah,
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I
But
hope
yeah,
so. Yeah,
apparently you're gonna do each series is gonna be one book, so that's good. They got a lot of time to
Yeah,
take
that
their time
works.
with the story and stuff. But yeah,
and all the
looking forward
books
to that.
are similar in length, so it can work.
Yeah,
Monthly
they are.
series. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the third series. Is Titan's Curse the third book? I can't remember.
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
with the
Titan's Curse is my favorite one of the series.
It's Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Battle of the Labyrinth, and the fifth.
and then Olympia.
Last Olympian.
Last
Is that it?
Olympian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. Battle of the Labyrinth I really struggled with. I wasn't enjoying it much, but Titan's Curse.
That's my favorite one.
I love how Percy isn't the hero. He isn't the prophesied.
Yeah.
He isn't supposed to be
Yeah.
on the adventure. I just think
Yeah.
that's such an interesting idea. And also having the Hunters of Artemis and
Yeah, I think it could be a good
I
series.
think the sequel series book wise is so much better.
Heroes of.
I never read Heroes of Olympus.
Heroes of Olympus.
I got
It's
the
so
first
good.
one, and it was really chunky.
It brings in so many characters.
Yeah.
I'll try and find my copy of the first book because it is complete joy.
Oh, Josh's house.
Yeah. For Spotify,
No, just my room.
he's carrying us through his house now.
If everyone's.
I have the final book of Heroes of Olympus here.
That is a
yes.
chunky book.
I remember
I
the
got this
first
when
one
it
being
came out.
chunky.
Yeah, I think they
Jeez.
get longer as they go along. The writing's quite big though. But my copy of the first one is, I think, almost ripped in half because of how many times I've read it. I think it's my most read book.
I mean, if it's successful, they'll probably do a sequel series as well. I imagine.
We can hope. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a series after that with the
yeah, there's the
continuing
Romans as well,
Yeah.
and then the Egyptians after that. I thought.
Egyptians and Norse as well. Magnus Chase.
So a lot of content. That's all I'm thinking.
More content.
Wow.
Let's just start with Percy Jackson.
Yeah. And then, what other news? Oh yeah, I don't know if you've been following this, but New Mutants, the X-Men horror spin-off film, has been supposed to be coming out for like 2 years now.
Oh boy!
It got a new
remake.
It's had like 4 release dates, and it got its new one this year, which was supposed to come out a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
And it's been delayed again to August.
Because of COVID.
The film is never coming out.
I'd rather it be good than rather it be delayed and good than released and bad.
The thing is that I haven't worked on it for like 2 years. It's just been not released for some reason.
It's not been delayed because of like how bad it is. It's because of COVID, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I
literally
think,
because
I think
of
they just
COVID.
want to release it and go because it's a 20th Century Fox film from before Disney bought it, isn't
I
it?
thought
Oh,
for a
wow.
second they'd be able to release it on Disney Plus, but apparently they've got a deal where they have to release it in cinemas. So
Oh no!
yeah,
Oh no! So it's going to take a while now, isn't it?
yeah, a long while. And I mean, I've seen some pictures from it. It looks kind of cool.
I'll
lie,
look
some
up
of the
those
stuff
pictures
looks
now
alright.
and see what they're like.
It looks interesting. Like there's like a werewolf person and stuff. I was like, oh okay.
Fire
X-Men.
person.
Yeah, fire person.
Isn't
Now
it?
that
Machine or something.
I think Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness is probably going to bring the X-Men in a little bit.
I don't. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably set up.
They only, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if they introduced,
I don't
because
think
it's
this will
Sam
be part
Raimi
of it, will it?
directing. I wouldn't be surprised if they introduced some Spider-Man stuff as well at some point.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might also be an excuse for them to link Venom into
maybe
the
Venom's
MCU,
like-
because that is 100% happening.
well, that's the thing as well. Because I was expecting that actually in Far From Home, but in the Flash TV series. So I've got my tripod here. I don't know why that's in my hand.
Upside down
My phone
tripod.
tripod. In the Flash TV series, they linked in the films.
Yeah,
as-
yeah.
as the and
Because
I was,
Ezra Miller,
I mean,
didn't they?
Yeah,
And also
and
the
that's
Green
one of
Lantern
the
stuff,
first
all of
people
that.
I was like, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah.
So that's pretty. If they can do it, you know.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it could easily work. I don't see.
They just need to
why-
find a way not to confuse audiences,
Yeah.
like general audiences.
Yeah. Well, we can hope. I mean, I think the Marvel Universe has come to a peak, and now I'm like, well,
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna
need
get to the
they
point
need a
where
second
they're-
wind.
Yeah.
they're going to get to the point where their target audience is going to sort of start to leave.
To be honest,
think
though,
I'm-
I
I
think
think we are the target audience, and they need to keep us interested, basically.
I mean, they've had us for 10 years, which is impressive. I think that's
Yeah.
very impressive.
And Endgame is a good finish, and Far From Home is a good like epilogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
But I'm not sure if I want to watch anything else now.
No.
I mean, I'd be happy to just see it as its own, like. Let's get rid of this tripod. I'd be happy to see the Infinity Saga as its own, like, separate thing, and then anything after is just like a bonus.
yeah.
I feel like now they can't really do an entire new Infinity Saga style
No.
art. I feel like they could only do like little bits.
They just need to focus on making good films now. I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
And
And,
also,
you know, they can, I think. Hopefully.
also big crossovers. Like it's getting to the point where even now people don't watch MCU films because, well, not really been an issue with the Endgame, but a lot of
Right.
people didn't watch MCU films because they feel there's just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't want, you know, if
yeah, because I'm feeling like I need to rewatch it to get it now because it's been a while since I've watched all of them.
some good robot dialogue
That
here.
was
And
good,
it's kind
Josh.
of like, oh, it's like 25. I'm
The fact that you're just
I'm
sitting there in
sorry.
the same
it's
position.
my Wi-Fi. Yes, I'm doing that on purpose.
Oh, are you? You just don't move that much.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
So
just-
when it
your tracks
bugs
just-
out,
just goes invisible. Side note, Aaron, and the background you've got, it makes it look like you're wearing a beanie.
It does a bit, doesn't it? It's just how long my hair is. It's like wattle.
Yeah, I think we've all got quarantine hair because mine
Yeah.
is
look at that.
very much.
My mum keeps saying, "Oh, I'll cut your hair for you." I'm just like, I'm unsure.
Yeah, no,
hair.
I think my mum keeps on offering that. I can cut your hair. I was like, no,
No.
I'm not doing
My
that.
hair's the longest it's ever been at this point.
Oh, my
I
my hair's
never
been
get my hair
long
short
now.
like her, so this isn't really.
Year 7 me, my hair was. Oh, wow. That was.
Does anybody like their year 7 self though? I mean,
No.
No.
I think we all hate our year 7 selves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't punch him, but I'd certainly like tell him to fuck off. Sorry, I shouldn't get profanity into
Give
this.
him a big
Oh
old
no,
kick.
it's fine. Profanity is fine. I'm surprised. Wait, we haven't sworn. We haven't sweared or whatever is the word to say. At all. It's been no
We are
cussing.
really a
monetization.
Christian podcast.
Oh, we are, yeah. I'm sure all the Christians who have stayed, because they all stayed to listen, have been very shocked by that.
Outburst.
Yeah.
We were talking about Star Wars, and they said yes. This is my.
It's Star
We got them
Wars,
back
yeah.
for Star Wars.
Because we know Christians love Star Wars. Wow. But yeah, I think that's all for news. Oh, when you talk about CW, I just remembered that the actress for Batwoman left the series, but they have already announced the second series, but she's leaving, and I think they're recasting now.
That's weird.
Little
Wow.
tad bit, yeah.
That's brave. I mean, it has done. There are TV series where that's been done in the past, like in Game of Thrones, they recast a main character,
Yeah.
and it worked. They just sort of pretended that it just didn't
didn't
happen.
happen, yeah.
No one cares.
They did it with War Machine.
They did
Oh,
do
yeah,
it with War
War
Machine. They did it with
Machine.
what's his name from Percy Jackson?
I'm
Centaur
sorry.
Man.
Oh, Grover.
No, that's Satyr Man.
Oh, yes.
What's his name? Chiron? Is it
Uh,
Chiron? Charon? Whatever he is.
Chiron.
He did.
He was
yeah,
Pierce
they recast
Brosnan,
him.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I didn't even know he'd been recast.
I noticed it very heavily because I was like, oh, okay, that's the king from Merlin now. Playing him.
Yeah, so I mean, I think they'll just have to like pretend that everyone in the universe like just recognizes her and says like, oh yeah, it's you.
Oh,
that one.
There'll
my good
probably be
friend."
like some joke in a crossover like, hey, have you changed your hair or something? And I'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Well, it's like how I used to love the Ninjago Lego series because I grew up with it. And
Yeah.
it was my guilty pleasure for a long time, keeping up
Great.
with it. But I never watched the film because they changed all the voice actors and it looked like it wasn't canon.
They
I was
even
just like,
changed the look
It isn't
of some of
canon.
the characters.
It isn't canon.
Is it not?
It's canon to the movies.
It's exclusively just a Lego movie kind of film, isn't it?
It's related to the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie, but not the original TV
Like, there's not
series.
even the skeleton people. It's just like shark people.
I think it was too much content to be able to link the TV show and the movies.
Yeah. Also, I think they redid that. I think Garmadon was the villain again, even though
Yeah.
he was like it was like
we're
a
way
joke,
past
like
that.
he's like I'm a dad who's not that bad, you know. It's like a
I've watched 45 minutes of it and
same.
not continued.
I watched it on the plane. Always say on the plane like it was one plane.
I've watched it on my phone, which is hard enough for me as it is.
What's even happening with the Lego movies now? They've just not done anything.
Okay.
Lego Movie 2 wasn't very well received, was it?
No, it wasn't.
I didn't watch it. I didn't
watched
actually
like
know.
5 minutes of it and I really did not like it for some reason.
And they were meant to release one, I think, this year, but obviously,
Yeah.
That thing happened. Yeah, well, I remember with the TV series. I mean, I haven't got up to the point where the film happened. I've heard actually. I mean, I stopped watching for a bit because I mean, it was a guilty pleasure. I'm well aware that it's completely a kids' TV show, but you know, you enjoy it. But I've seen a clip of after the film, and they get the film voice actor for Lloyd, the Green Ninja,
Oh, do they?
in to replace it, and they actually like say, "Wow, your voice is different."
isn't that one of the one of the Francos, Dave Franco?
It was Dave Franco who did the voice in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same one from the film then, but because previously it was a girl who was doing the voice acting for Lloyd, but now
Was
it's
it?
now it's a guy.
He's
Yeah, I
a
know.
child, isn't he?
Who knew? Yeah. Anyway, so that was a
Ninjago.
Ninjago. Like a Ninjago, would endorse.
Well, that's
Yeah.
It's weird sometimes, but
that's
when you grow up
movie
with
news.
something and your heart's attached to it, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
for Lego Ninjago, there was a surprising amount of character depth.
Oh, they're really
I know,
good.
like,
Yeah.
Like the plot twist with the robot and Zane.
Yeah. And
Oh my god,
even,
that shattered my world as a child.
even just Lloyd as a
I almost
character
cried as
And-
a kid watching that.
and Garmadon.
Listening to the music, because you can get all the music from the show. Listening to the music of when Zane gets his full potential is just like I'm getting chills thinking about it. And also when the end of the robot season, which was a bit shit in my opinion. The end of that one, when that whole thing happened with Zane,
Yeah.
that actually made me cry. I never cried at anything. So.
Is it worth saying it's underrated? I don't know.
Well, I don't know how it's rated though.
People don't talk about Lego
No.
Ninjago, do they?
I mean, because it's Lego Ninjago.
It's like a Ninjago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think I do like. I mean, it's a bit like Steven Universe and Adventure Time
Yeah.
and Gravity Falls. Like, I haven't watched all of those, but I know that they're very high quality shows, despite the fact that they are kids
Yeah.
shows. But they're still very high quality.
I think it might be slightly less quality.
Yeah, I mean, Gravity
not as
Falls
quality
and
as,
most of Adventure Time is a big favourite. I've got a Gravity Falls like fan book behind me somewhere, but that
Yeah,
is
no,
a
it
bit
isn't as
dated,
good as
yeah.
Gravity Falls, but like it's to the point. It's it's not at that level, but like it's certainly like
It's
Yeah.
only the best Lego TV show.
Are
Yeah,
there any
there was,
Like Lego,
I've never watched?
Lego Chima, I think was a
Oh.
TV show for a bit.
I watched that before it came out. I was very happy with myself because I subscribed to Lego magazine for a few years, and I got
Oh, I subscribed to Lego.
I got an
Magazine for a
exclusive
while. That was-
DVD of the first episode, and I was like, "Whoa,
I
Lego
have-
Chima!"
I did
I
too.
have the Lego Chima Lion Castle in my cupboard.
I thought they looked really cool. I was
I
like,
thought they looked cool,
"Damn,
but
it's like a
It's
lion,
so
but
ugly though.
it's like a lion with abs." I was like, "Nice, let's go."
I could see, because my cupboard is open, I could see my Lego Chima castle.
You still kept it. That's
there.
good.
The coolest Lego
I
set
don't-
I
I don't-
had was
I don't use it.
I had Poe Dameron's X-wing, which I built,
Ooh.
and it was the coolest thing. It's got like a little
Yeah.
BB-8 there and stuff. So cool.
The best one I ever got was this is my pride and joy. Like Lego was my life back then.
Oh yeah.
Specifically
Yeah,
Lego
definitely.
Star Wars mostly. I had the Clone Turbo Tank, which was the one. You recognize it if you saw it. It's the one that has like a massive square center with like massive wheels on the bottom, and then it edges out on the side.
I think
You
I know
see
what
it.
you mean.
If Clone Wars viewers, do you remember the you recognize it if you saw it basically.
Yeah.
Like, you could look up a photo on your phone or something. But yeah, that was my pride and joy because it was just so cool, so massive. You could open up the sides and put all the troops in.
It's
and
just so
'cause I
cool.
had
You can like
so many-
open it up. I'm like, whoa. I always wanted the Death Star as well, but that is
Oh,
like
That's
intense.
it's like
1,000
1,000. Yeah,
I feel like I'd drop it. And
I
I had,
have. I have a lot of Bionicle.
oh yeah, I've got loads of Bionicles. I always bought Bionicles like when they didn't come out anymore, so I bought them in like a Dubai airport once.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
bought
God,
mine
yeah.
off eBay, like Hero Factory eBay.
Oh, do you remember Hero
Oh, yeah.
Factory?
Hero Factory. Whew.
I like it, but it's not anywhere near as good as
It was
Bionicle.
Hero
I don't know if
Factory.
you'll be able to see this at all, but that's the Clone
Oh,
Turbo
that
Tank.
one.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That was bloody because you could put all the troops inside there, and
Oh,
because
nice.
you can
Yeah.
get more than they provide. So what I would do is because I still have on top of my shelf because I bagged up and sold a lot of my Lego,
Yeah.
but on the top of my shelf because I've got a massive shelf in my room. So, I've lined up all of my clone troopers, so they're on the top of my shelf. So I would always put my army inside of the turbo tank.
I have a space shuttle,
A space
there.
shuttle.
a Lego
Oh.
space shuttle,
Oh yeah.
which I got. I think I got it for my 17th birthday from my uncle and aunt when I did not use Lego anymore at all.
yeah.
So it just sits there.
Wow. I mean, I haven't had Lego for ages. I had the Avengers Tower once, and I was
Oh
like,
wow,
Mm.
that's
cool.
impressive. Here we go. I think this is my second favorite one. I just remember because I was so excited when I got it. It was this one,
Oh, those are yeah.
Mm.
the Republic Attack Shuttle, and it was
Cool.
honestly, I would like get one thing a year, and I would just be happy the entire year.
yeah, same.
I
Like
get like
the
little
birthday.
things otherwise, but you know, yeah, it would
See,
just be
I-
like birthday plus Christmas usually to get one of the massive ones.
I miss Lego in
No.
a way, but also I must move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look back at it fondly, but now I have Minecraft.
You can just read now to get the imagination like going,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I mean, I still buy my little memorabilia stuff and put on my shelf,
Yeah.
but
I collect movies and books now instead of Lego.
yeah. But yeah.
What do I collect?
Um,
I collect bottle caps because of Fallout.
Well,
Mm.
we've gone from. I saw your Fallout thing the other day on your story.
Yeah,
It's pretty
that was very
impressive.
cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm running it on Monday.
Oh, nice.
God, that's tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm running the first session on Monday.
I've been
so
playing
that's-
through Fallout New Vegas again on
Ooh,
my
how's that?
Xbox. It's good. It
I
looks a
never
bit.
got very far in it. I don't know why.
It looks older. I mean, it has gotten older, but yeah, it's. I used to enjoy Fallout a lot. Fallout 4
I've been
used to
playing
play as
Fallout 4
well.
a lot recently. That's why I made the game. We made the tables game.
See,
Also, we could mention for people who don't know, the Fallout thing that I made I adapted D&D Dungeons and Dragons to be the Fallout. And then I made character sheets with for the 4 preset characters for some friends.
Very detailed character sheet.
Very detailed. So they had I made them with Google Drawings because that's the high quality software I use. Yeah, I just made them from scratch, got Vault Boys and stuff. And then when I printed them, I sun bleached them in the sun to make them look faded. And then I would like ripped and burned and like stapled them. And then there were bits that were burnt out, and I covered that with newspaper. And I just made them look really Fallout-esque. And
is there any way you can show that in the actual episode?
I mean, if you send us, send some of the or whatever. I don't know.
I can show you the photos here, or I can send them to you, and you can figure out.
I can send them, and I can just put them on. I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to send them to you, but I'll figure out a way.
It gives you more editing work. I'm sorry, Aaron.
That's fine. No. This episode has felt longer than usual, not like in a bad way.
Sorry,
how long has it been?
I don't
it
know.
Feels like
Shall I look at the recording?
Yeah, sorry that.
I mean, it's been a good chat. I can't lie. An hour and 43.
A good chat.
Oh boy, this is a long one.
It's because we talked about pirates for a while and religion.
We talked about pirates for a while. We talked about
Star Wars.
So much Star Wars, Josh.
Are we gonna have
Star Wars?
Do we have time for
questions?
Do we have time for questions?
We have to questions. We always say questions is long, but we get through them so quick.
How about why don't we just keep them for next time?
I mean, there's like 4 questions.
I really want to give creative answers to these questions.
Okay. Well, yeah, we do have a guest.
We do it as a quick fire.
We do have a guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should start rounding it up.
Let's go through questions just to finish off the episode. So, Little Goblin, which episode of the Body Talk podcast was the most fun to film?
This one.
Pierce, which one?
I mean, I think the one with Sam, because he looked like he was having a great time.
I think that is my favorite one.
Oh, it's so funny.
Real.
I just think it's funny because he wasn't sad. Like from what he told me, like he wasn't like nervous or sad. He just looked really like.
Yeah. I find that one really funny because at the beginning I'm really rude to him for some reason. Like really.
It was like the second time you'd met him as well.
Yeah, and I was like, ain't that right, Sam? And I was just like, oh, okay. In editing, I was like, that was kind of rude.
Oh, all right. I'm mean now. All right.
Yeah.
It was a fun episode though. Watching Now You See Me 1 and 2.
I feel like
consecutively.
That is an important part of Buddy Talk history. There's pre Now You See Me and there's post Now You See Me Buddy Talk.
Did it change everything?
It did change everything.
Draining to watch it.
I feel like we've aged 20 years from. Oh, don't know, Josh. I can't. I'm gonna.
This is the DVD copy we watched.
I'm gonna get PTSD from it. Oh God, Mark Ruffalo. But yeah.
Okay, what's the next question?
Next question is from Divine Mushroom. What were your favourite moments from college? What's the best thing about being a student?
The breaks in between lessons, probably.
The friends we made along the way.
No, but definitely, like literally.
Yeah.
For me, it was genuinely the friends. Because I met so many amazing people in college.
I've managed to keep in contact with most people, which is good.
Same. Yeah, like I wasn't on social media before college, and now I am, and I can actually keep in contact with people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just annoyed that we're stuck inside and we can't go out.
I want to see people. I want to see everyone. And
I want to have all you guys over and do Fallout and use because I've come to I've collected bottle caps. I have like a jar that's about this tall and this wide full of them, and then I have a box which is about this tall and this wide full of them.
Jeez.
And what I've done is I've sorted them all into colours, and what I was going to do is have everybody at a table, and then I would have different colour caps mean different have different values, and then I would actually give people their money that they have in their character, and they would actually give them exchange system. But
gotta wait so long,
and we still haven't finished Lord of the Rings.
We still never finished Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
What one are you on?
We're 15 minutes away from finishing number 2.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah. And we got to the Battle of Helm's Deep, and no one was paying attention except us.
I think it was like we had to go home.
But it's Helm's Deep.
It's a good film, for sure.
It's a good film. It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite of the 3. But, yeah.
I love the first. I'm glad we watched the first one. Managed to finish that because that's my favorite.
That's my favorite part.
And it was extended as well. So that's good.
Theatrical's
Wow.
better though. Theatrical's better.
What did they
I
add into
think
the
it's better
extended?
that one.
Because I don't know if I've only watched the extended one or not.
It's just edited slightly differently and slightly longer scenes.
Okay.
More Bilbo
More Bilbo.
at the start.
Also, when the elves believe that there was a bit in the forest where Sam and Frodo were going along, and they see the elves going through the forest, and they says, "Oh, the elves, they're leaving. They're leaving."
Yeah, and there's like
and that wasn't in the original. Yeah.
extra shots, I think.
Okay.
There's also the whole when they are leaving Rivendell, and then Frodo says,
Yeah.
"Gandalf, which way to Mordor?" Then he says,
Yeah.
"Left." And they go left.
It's such a good series of films.
My favorite trilogy.
Yeah, so good. I need to. I think I need to rewatch them again. I mean, I've got so much time.
We've all got so much time. Just watch Lord of the Rings by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Several times over.
But yeah, college definitely the friends along the way.
Friends.
Okay.
When you get to college, make friends, and it will make everything so much better.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very true.
Okay, from Froglord. Opinions on Tom Nook and Animal Crossing, New Horizons as a whole. Tom Nook's not a bad guy. The memes lie, in my opinion.
Yeah, he doesn't force you
fine.
to pay the debts,
No, he
but he
doesn't.
does put you in debt.
He does, and I'm fine with that. I'm also living on a nice island. You
Yeah.
know,
You need to pay money.
you need to. Pay
I don't
money.
own a Nintendo Switch, nor do I want to play Animal Crossing on one. My
That's
mum
fair
came in
enough.
the other day saying, "Piers, have you heard about Turnip Trader?" I'm like, what? It's like Turnip Trader, it's the thing that everyone's doing. I'm like, what? Do you mean Animal Crossing? Like, she was so certain that this thing was only about Turnip Traders. Things as well.
I mean, that does sound like a Facebook game. Turnip Trader.
I mean, I can't lie.
I mean,
I've not traded
Animal
many
Crossing
turnips.
is basically a Facebook game. Like,
but like 50
Pretty much.
quid.
Yeah,
yeah, a more expensive 3D Facebook game.
yeah. That
That
is
everybody
summed
loves.
up how it is.
So,
Yeah.
as long as you're enjoying it, who cares?
It's very good. I'm starting to run out of things to do. I think they need to get the updates
Josh,
going.
you got like 120 hours, and I still got like 50. And you
No, I've got
started...
I think 160. I think.
Wow. And oh, you
I
got
can
it
actually
after
check.
me
My
as
Switch is
well.
here. Yes,
It's 'cause-
I'm.
I mean,
I
haven't.
think I'm above everyone I know, but it's not because I've been playing it that much.
You just leave it on.
Sometimes I accidentally leave it on and just I'm on TikTok for an hour and.
Wow. See, I've actually done that on purpose because I don't want him to talk about TikTok.
Yeah, that's a fair
I've
point.
just got this little lag button on my side.
What you should do is
And
get like
I
a
feel
text
guilty.
of each thing, and then get what he was supposed to say, and then put it in.
Yeah.
170 hours
Wow.
on Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Out of
Wow.
2
Wow.
weeks,
Wow. Wow.
a week and a half.
Impressive.
Very
That is
impressive.
very impressive. But yeah, Animal Crossing is pretty fun. Should we go on to the next question?
Sure.
Yes.
What is your favourite and your least favourite part of the lockdown? That is from Matthew. I don't know if you've heard of him, Josh.
My brother.
He kind of looks like
I'm-
you a bit.
He's in my room.
Sure. I think that's racist.
Oh dear.
Just because they're both white.
Just because they're both white.
Right.
Ow. And we had nothing controversial before.
Yeah, lockdown. Well, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it because it's like I don't have to work, and I realize. I mean, I track my mood every day and track the things that I do. It's actually pretty cool. Like
It's
it
pretty
gives me
healthy
a
to
graph.
do, I guess.
And I can cross-reference stuff that I do with graphs. I can see like, oh, let's look at all the times that I have had good sleep and see how it correlates with my mood. But I noticed a general kind of upward-ish trend since lockdown has started. Oddly enough, I think it's because I don't have the pressure of work anymore. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. No pressure.
yeah,
like
you
the
just
fact
got.
that 3 A levels and a BTEC.
And just like all the stress was lifted off as when they said no exams, isn't it?
Yeah, like there's some of me that's happy about it, and some of it I'm like, ugh.
Something I heard recently is that because usually foreign students make up a good chunk of universities,
Yeah.
especially the higher ones, because I think Oxford is like over half. I mean, don't citation needed. It's like over half non-UK students, so they all can't come over. So it's a really big, like they're all not coming. So
Yeah.
this year, it's going to be much easier to get into university because they're businesses. They've got to fill the
Yeah.
classroom. So it's going to be a lot easier to get in this year and much harder to get in next year.
Yeah,
One,
but,
because you're going to have double the people coming in, and also there's a baby boom for the next generation. There's a much higher population, even without the double foreign students. There's an increase in people going in. So
yeah, but there might be online for the first term or whatever.
I don't think it would be online, because if at the moment we can already we can hope, but I don't think it'll be for the whole first term.
We have to hope it's not online.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't know when this is all going to finish, do we? Really?
Yeah. So best thing, I suppose, for me, if it actually turns out being this way, is that our uni chance is probably raised.
Lack of stress concerning uni.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go with that. Kind of.
A lessening of stress.
Yeah. So it's just less stressful.
And just the lessening of stress in general because no work.
Yeah. I think the worst thing though is how identical everything is.
It's so repetitive, isn't it? It's
yeah.
I think
It's
I
like
need to find stuff to do. Really.
You need to fill the hours of your day.
Like, I'm happy we're doing this today because it's something different. It's like
it's a place marker for time. Like I can say tomorrow, oh, yesterday I did this.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't do the week before.
Yeah, well, something I'm doing now, because I used to always have really busy calendars because I used to do a lot, or rather, I would put it in my calendar so I could look back at a month and be satisfied that I've done something. But I started to I'll just show, this was March, so that's all the stuff I was doing in March, not including college. But then when it goes to April, everything just disappears because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure Spotify listeners can figure this out.
Imagine.
And it carried on going until eventually I thought I should probably just start saying the things I do.
It's pretty empty.
So that's me saying the things that I do in lockdown. Things like Skype called these people, went for a walk, played Minecraft for a while with friends. Did some jobs, did a quiz, stuff like that. Just so I can actually, because I am doing stuff, kind of. Yeah. Really, but it's just good.
I'm just on my Switch all day.
I was at the beginning,
kind of draining.
But now I don't know what I'm doing.
I need to start writing and reading. I just need to get my head into
but do you know what, that I might actually try, because I've downloaded Audible now as we were talking.
Actually, I'll send you a link to something where you can try out, because it's not a very good way of listening to it, because it's really Audible is much better, and also supporting the writer. But I have the files because originally I bought the Phasma book not on Audible, but then I got it with my Audible credit because it was much easier to use on Audible. So I have all the files and stuff. So I could send you one or two of them to see if you like the sound of it.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, lockdown. Yes.
Also, another worst part is not seeing your friends.
That is the worst part, isn't it?
In person.
In person, yeah. I want to do.
Yeah.
You miss the stuff that involves being in person.
Yeah. It's different, isn't it?
I wanna do Fallout D&D and give everyone cats.
just only that. That's the only thing you want.
That's the only thing
I just see people in person.
Exchange cats currency. That's all I want.
It's not depressing. I just want to go places,
Yeah. Well, I travel a lot more than other people because of things I'm allowed to do because of family stuff. But I guess I'm quite lucky that way, and I'm still feeling a little bit insane. So I can imagine how you guys feel.
Yeah, same here. I get to go between my dad's and my mum's, so I get change of scenery every half a week.
Yeah. I mean, I think tomorrow we're gonna drive somewhere because we're allowed to go for longer walks now and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I think the rule is you have to walk for longer than you drive.
Yeah, so we're gonna go.
After this, I'm going for a walk. We're going in the car. We're driving somewhere and walking.
Yeah, I'll just change the scenery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that question, Matthew. Appreciate the deepness of it.
It's really bro.
No.
He doesn't watch this, so I don't know why we're talking to him.
Now from. Okay. Next question from Sam. I am. Wow.
Sam.
Very cool.
Is he Sam?
Sam. Well.
I have to assume so. I mean, his name says that.
Assume he is Sam.
Yeah. It could not be Sam. Who knows?
Sam, I am not.
favorite album of the year so far?
Well, are these albums that have been released this year, or just albums?
Yeah, if it's albums in general,
I think-
I've got one. If not, I don't know.
I mean, we could do. I mean,
Check my most listened
what
on
music
Spotify.
have you been listening to? I guess.
Yeah. Can I go first? Should I go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Go on.
While I look for my Spotify statistics.
Because I've got 4 artists I've been listening to. Past week, it kind of changes. It goes in waves for me. So I've been listening to the 1975
Yeah.
mostly because I kind of took
Did
the
they-
dive.
Did it bring out a new song or something? Or an album?
New album
Album.
last Friday. 22 songs long. The
Wow.
album, which is a lot.
Yeah.
They've got some very good songs, and I'd say they're very enjoyable.
Okay.
And then also I've been listening to the new Brockhampton songs.
I have as well. That was going to
Yes.
be mine.
They've released 7 new songs in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, they release like
Yeah.
2 or 3 every Saturday. I think it's
Yep.
been.
Friday, Saturday, which
yeah.
is
I've enjoyed.
I
them.
like them. I don't think I'll go back to them, but I'm glad they're here.
I.
Glad they're here, you know. Glad you
I've-
experienced them.
What one have you listened to the most? If you listen to any.
Probably the most recent batch from I think yesterday.
What is it? A Black Ball down something?
Baby Bull,
Baby Ball. Why was I thinking Black
It's-
Ball?
because the downside, Baby Bull and IFL came out yesterday.
Yeah.
I think Baby Bull is probably their best one because it's got the most range of people.
I was happy to just hear Merlin and Joba again. I was like.
Yeah, because it's like Dom has only been there once,
Yeah.
and Matt
Context
and
for Brockhampton is a collective of
about 6 people with a few frequent collaborators.
yeah.
Okay.
Technically a boy band.
They
boy
call
band,
themselves
they're
a
boys
boy
in the band.
band. They're technically a rap collective.
Yeah. Hip hop, R&B, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, pretty good stuff. And yeah,
it's Matt and Kevin are getting a bit dry, I have to say.
I'm not. Oh, I used to. My mum's. Hang on. Actually, let me just text my mum. Keep on going.
I think Matt and Kevin are getting a bit dry because they've been in almost every single all 7 songs.
First 2 weeks
they've
was
had
just
a
them.
verse.
Just continuously. I like Matt still. I'm.
They're definitely they're obviously the people who are there the most.
But
in the
it does. It
studio.
has made me realise why I like Brockhampton, and that's because they're a range of
It
different
has
voices.
it has 6 people,
Yeah.
not 2.
Mm.
But yeah,
I haven't listened to Brockhampton, so I'll look into that.
I don't know where I'd
Yeah.
say to start for you. But,
I'd probably start with their most popular song.
yeah, Sugar is a popular one
That's usually what I
Yeah.
do. Well, I usually go on
It's got
Spotify and
famous.
because they
listen
have.
to the playlist for a
They've
while.
definitely changed because they started like 2017,
Yeah.
around that time, and
And
they're,
a member
they're
left because of a controversy.
yeah. But their sound has definitely changed quite a lot, and I think
When you listen to Sugar, don't expect that to be their sound.
no,
Okay.
the first 3 out the Saturation trilogy which is their proper like hip hop rap album, three rap albums is
And
definitely
then
different to
there's-
now.
And then there's Iridescence, which is more experimental. Sort of. Experimental. And then
Ginger
there's
is
Ginger, which is melodic, very melodic.
and that was their most recent one that came out last
Yeah.
August. I want to say August.
Last summer.
Last summer,
I was,
and
yeah.
at the moment, the ones they're releasing, it's like kind of like a West Coast kind of.
Yeah, and I
Vibe.
think these singles are separate from an album they're going to be releasing in the summer.
Yeah,
They say.
at least apparently they've got 2 albums that they want to release
2
by the end of
albums.
the year. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'll give them a listen.
I think my albums have been not really. I've just been listening to like bits of movie soundtrack because I've been making a lot of Fallout stuff.
Yeah.
So, and do like yeah. Also, well, my album is 1984, the audiobook, or the Magnus Archives. Shout out to the Magnus
The
Archives.
podcast, yeah. I've been listening to a podcast, King Falls AM.
I haven't been
moment.
listening to many. I used to listen to
Oh,
a lot of podcasts. but
Triforce
I've stopped.
podcast. That is my quarantine thing that I've been listening to. The Triforce podcast, Yorkscast.
Podcast.
I listen to.
Oh
it
yeah,
on
I've been
Cycle.
listening to
Oh,
Super Mega.
Oh yeah, I've
Super
been
Mega
listening to them.
podcast.
You've got me into
They're
them
very
as well,
funny.
Josh, now because of those Japan vlogs we watched.
Oh,
last
I
time.
watched them with you last time we saw each other in person.
Yeah, and that was pretty entertaining stuff. There.
Yeah.
And
I'm not even done with what I've been listening to.
have you not?
No.
All right, give us the last ones.
Well, I said Arctic Monkeys already, so
Yeah.
I'll skip over them. And final is the Paper Kites. I've been listening to them.
Paper Kites.
Yes,
What
they
is this?
are kind of a folk band, sort of, but kind of also very somber, kind of almost depressing music. The most recent album is very much a driving in the night type
Okay.
album. But I think Piers, you would like it. I'm not sure if Aaron would like it though. The Paper Kites.
I'm very
Paper
open
Kites.
to music. Like, if
I
like
try
something,
to
I like
keep
it.
my taste broad.
Yeah, I'll
Is
try
there
But,
any
I'll
particular
try it
album I
out.
should listen to? Or
Main album usually.
Where would you say to start?
On the Train Ride Home is, and On the Corner Where You Live.
Okay.
all right, I'll listen to those two.
Have I
Yeah.
heard On the Corner Where You Live?
Thank you, friend. I'll listen to those after this.
And also listeners and watchers, you check them out as well.
Yeah.
Send me a list of all of these after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you what I'm listening to. I can just share a playlist. I've got a playlist of all the music I listen to. I can send you that.
Nice.
Great. You're the music man, it seems.
The music.
Yeah. Is that the last question?
That's the last question.
That's
Wow.
the last question. Wow.
Did we round it up then? How long has it been? 2 hours?
2 hours, I think. 1
Wow.
hour 50. I don't know. Sorry
This
about that.
could be split into 2 episodes, couldn't it? Almost.
I mean, the pacing would seem a bit weird, but
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
if
could
you say like episode 10 part 1, episode 10 part 2,
could do
make it 2 episodes.
if you want. I don't mind.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't really do the editing.
I mean,
so
it's a
I don't at
special.
all.
It's episode 10.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a Spicer special.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've talked about religion. We've talked about Lego Ninjago.
Lego Ninja.
Lots of Star Wars as well.
Lots of a
Star
hell of a
Wars.
lot of Star Wars. And probably I
Music.
hope lots of music. We didn't say we were going to talk about music. We said we probably
Yeah.
weren't, but we have. Wow.
But we have. This is good.
And book
I
section.
enjoyed this actually.
That was I've enjoyed this episode. It was a good one.
Star Wars
Thank you,
Ninja.
Piers.
Star Wars Ninja and God. Or Ninja.
Well,
Ninja Jesus.
yeah. So to all our Christian viewers, thank you for
They're
watching.
still watching.
Thank you. Thank you, all you believers out there.
Yeah, but if you wanna watch more, follow us on Spotify. If I think that's what you do on Spotify, I don't know.
Are you going to put this on Spotify?
You're very prepared.
I don't know, Josh. I don't know. I'm just saying
Okay,
it just in
okay,
case.
okay.
Follow. Yeah, follow.
Definitely subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, definitely
'cause
subscribe.
That's where it definitely goes.
That's where it at. I mean, you
And-
need to see our
and if you-
faces, you know.
If you've actually got to this point, thanks for watching.
Wow. Yeah. Well done.
Props
Congratulations.
to you.
Hopefully we filled some of your day. There we go.
That's-
Sorry for my audio of like falling down the stairs type audio.
I'm curious if Aaron's going to do anything with it, or
I'll see.
let the audience see the horror.
Just zoom in on my
My
bird
relationship with editing these videos is very very
like-
interesting.
It's,
it's
a 5
either-
minutes and then no.
It's
more.
I either edit it for 5 minutes and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna try this time, or I'll just be like,
Yep.
this is a 2-hour video. I've already experienced this in real life.
I know what you mean, because I've been recording radio things for Fallout, like in universe radio things where I say, "Hey, it's me, your voice of the Commonwealth,"
Yeah.
and I like edit it with crackling stuff. But even if it's like 4 minutes long, it's a bit of a drag to listen to it. So I can't do it for you.
I mean, I think we've
2
kept
hours.
the conversation flowing today. So
Yeah, this was very. I felt this was very good, conversation wise.
yeah, there we go.
I don't know what your standard is.
Our standard
but-
is it ranges.
I feel like our standard
I
is
had
low,
one-
considering how our conversations between the two of us go.
Yeah. I think
Well, I
we
had one
do an
before.
alright job, to be honest. I think.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
We're
let's
wrapping
end
up.
it now.
Let's end it now because we
This is going on for so long.
it has been yeah. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Josh.
Good night.
Back to me as well.
Good night. Yeah. There we go. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.